Hello, everybody. Oh, that is a little higher today. That's no problem. Let's see if I get the. There we go. That's a little better. So hopefully I don't sneeze. Hopefully my eyes don't look terrible. Having a bit of allergies, or it's either allergies or it's a reaction to the COVID shot. Um, Take your pick, I guess. Um, we're at Monza. It is wet. I am currently holding down 10th place in the pecking order, second amongst silvers. About to take my final run. I don't think there's anything I can really do with the setup anymore. I've made a slight change that should hopefully improve speed in the chicanes. And we'll find out if I need to undo it if it makes the car too pointy. Got a group of cars coming up here. Let's just let them through. Zip, zip, zip. There they go. More. Alright. And I also want to get a practice pit stop in. Someone else is coming up. That's the newcomer, Marcelo Letelier. I don't know how to say that name. If I'm poking at my eyes, it's because they itch like hell. Hopefully I don't let out a massive sneeze mid-race and ruin someone's race. I will be absolutely mortified if that happens. I was actually pondering not recording this one. Wait. Get off like Taylor. Who's been kind of getting shown up by his bronze teammate Benjamin Adamian here today. Taylor's not too... Oh, there he is. He's only like 3/10 slower than me. Okay. That won't be a problem. Just thinking about traffic for the final run here. Parabolica to give myself a little more room. As well as a stable run through the Parabolica itself. Good gap in front. Good gap behind. Car 73. Entirely sure who that is. Paul Riccobeni, looks like he is done. Maybe not done. We got like 6.5 minutes to go.
Yellow flag, be careful. Lapping validated.
Zip on through here. Let Taylor through. Alright. Kind of got distracted by Ruben Ciencio being very slow there. Not a good excuse, but it is what it is. Letelier, by the way, is apparently some hot shit. Oh god. The eyes and the sneezing were gone for like a long time, and now suddenly the eyes are acting up. Right as we're getting closer to race time. That sucks. But hopefully we can do this. This is also the big AWS test, stress test with the new server. A little bit alarmed that
Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
Andrew Burke's Discord icon is lighting up and I'm not hearing him. But I was hearing other people. So presumably the issue is on his side. Okay. Well, let's not screw up Rettifilo this time. That'll be step one. I don't know if I can go faster. 53.6 is my best lap in the wet. here. So this is not a case where, like, I know there... Well, I mean, I know there's a little bit more to be gotten, but not looking for... Like, there's not one turn that's terrible or something on the lap that's up there. But I probably can find 2/10 if I just get everything right. And even if that doesn't move me up, I'd like to secure that top 10 spot that I have right now. I don't think this lap will do anything. Bad run through Raggia. Not as bad as that one. Not as bad as that Lesmos run was for Taylor. He slams into the wall. Got Max Simmons near me. That's always a little nerve-wracking. Max is, admittedly, as I don't talk while I am just barely saving the car. Go around.
Car on the left.
Ease up a little bit, let him through.
Clear on the left.
Go. It's Dominic Turcotte, who is... I mean, in the sense of, like, I guess the team's championship is a driver I have as a rival. But, like, personally, not really. He's not fighting with a teammate either. And to be honest, I don't... Well, you know what? Mad Panda's only got 2 cars today, so... Ah, damn it. This last run is not going well. We'll have one more chance.
Yellow flag is sector 2.
One more chance to better it. I am... And the thing is that I'm within 1/10 of a second of Letelier, Riccobene, and Higgs. So, I mean, it would take just a little refinement to jump up in the results here. So, like, I really want it. And my eyes watering up is not helping. That's why no glasses today. They sometimes make it worse. Thus, I imagine they would fog up a little bit quicker. So Letelier's done, by the looks of it. He is in the pit line. Not gonna get my last second practice pit lane entry, but I'm pretty sure it's 1 chevron for the Lexus. This is what happens when you race the Lexus and then, like, a smaller car. You're braking, or not braking, but stop markers for the pit lane completely change. I should write it down.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful there.
Carburetor for Roberts. Alright, Riccobene's done. And here we go. Ah, damn it.
Lapping validated.
Alright, well, here's what we'll do. We're going to go do the pit stop. Really? Blue flag? It seems a little far back for a blue flag. I mean, you know, if he gets close, I am going to let him through, but that doesn't... You know what? We'll just script over here.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
There's the runoff road. There we go. There's Max Simmons. I thought it was an Aston Martin looking behind me. It was a Lambo. Not going to spoil anyone's lap, so if anyone comes up on me, we are getting out of the way post-haste. Terrible final attempt, though, to be honest. Cut Rettifilo just too much. Also, meh, the changes I don't think really helped. So I'm probably going to revert some of them for the race. Oh, I also have my TC up at like 4. Ah, that's why. I want to run TC 4 in the race, but qualifying it's probably better to run TC 3 or TC 2. So that was the problem. Go. Perfect entrance.
Session is
And I
up.
believe I have the first pit stop. Perfect. Nice. Nice. Alright, well, I need to go handle the recording computer real quick, and then I'll be back, and it'll be race time. I had the thought that I really should rename the race computer's name to race control. Would probably actually make a lot more sense.
Right, we have some wet conditions. Remember that curves are slippery. Watch your braking distance.
No kidding me, it's some wet conditions. It's very wet. It's supposed to be wet. Okay. Alright, final adjustments.
Alright, a wet chicane started. What could go wrong?
I'm going to add a little more anti-roll bar and an extra click of wing. There we go. Oh, and I need fuel. I need fuel.
I can't think of literally anything.
Just Benny Hill music to start.
50 liters. Taking 30 at the pit stop. No weather, no temperature change. Someone really needs to develop a better way of doing keyboards for sim rigs and mice. I've done the best I can, but I just need. Oh no, I need like a device.
30 seconds.
Double check. Okay. Awesome. Let's do this.
Alright, good luck, y'all. See you on the other side.
Good luck.
Here we go.
Stay double flag.
Tellier, Higgs. Turcotte not moving.
You guys gotta stop driving through people.
Catch up a little. Here comes Turcotte. Getting his spot. I will point that out in the stewarding video, but I don't think there will be any kind of penalty. Although I think that's happened to him a few times. Speed, good speed. Come on, Letelier, a little quicker.
Green light, show them where you go.
Letelier held me up badly. Yeah, there's a big honking gap in front of him. I mean, he's new. I'm told he does like some
Clear on the right.
semi-professional SRO stuff. So maybe they have a speed limit rule that we just don't enforce. We are probably going to enforce it. at some point there's just some debate as to what that speed limit should be. Things are pinching. Stay out of that. Zach Martin had a bad start. That pink and black McLaren was very high up on the grid, I think. What do you guys think? Speed limit at the start of like 80 kilometers, minimum speed of say 75. So it's a little off there. Be kind of dangerous to overtake. Who's behind me? Guillermo. Okay, that's good. These McLarens are the quickest in a straight line. Should be able to find my way past their next lap. Didn't really think that there was anything this lap to be had. Maybe at a Rettifilo. Do I try it on the brakes? Depends when it opens up, to be honest. Man, he is very slow. Okay, I gotta go for it.
On the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, I hit Letelier. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a tier 2. So I'm sitting on 10 seconds of penalty because I'll report myself for that. That's a new driver too. That's very rude. I'd apologize to him if he was in voice chat. But he's not. I do think I had to go for it though. Martin is just kind of really too slow in a straight. I'm a little puzzled as to how he qualified so high with that lack of pace. I don't know if he's just running a really, really high ECU or traction control. So now we have the interestingness of a 10-second penalty being in play. Which will drop me very much out of the top 10 with Simmons done. 55.4, I'm going 55.9 because of contact. Hopefully I can get lower than that. I was running high 54s in practice, but that was on a lower TC. So there is... Whoa, okay, picked up a second through Rettifilo. Okay. I was going to say I might not be able to replicate that, but having seen that, maybe I can. Pro Max Simmons ahead of me, who was asking me the other day about why he's silver in some series and ace in others. And it's because he basically is tightrope walking silver and gold. That's his ESR driver rating. So, how do we have a blue flag already? David James! My teammate is being lapped? That's no good. I was kind of hoping David would have a good race. Please tell me he's not running like the default wet setup, because that is terrible. Don't get me wrong, the default web setup, perfectly fine to start with. But you want to change that. especially at Monza. Because its ECU is super low. Its TC is super high. It is not a good idea to run that setup. And either he's got damage or that's what he's running, because he is very slow right now. To be down a lap 7 minutes into the race, basically. Drive through for car 14. I feel like I know who car 14 is. Let's see them out here. 14. I think that's might actually be Cole McRae. I think, yeah. Emile Frey, Lexus has run that number, and I don't think he changed it. Thank you, Dave, for clearing that blue flag quickly. Yeah. Be nice if you can hold up the tangos a little bit, but don't do anything, you know. Don't do anything super weird. I still feel really bad for that punt.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
How's that off? That's Turcotte. Oh, it's Topin. Topin's got the drive. Interesting. Tobin was the bizarrely quick silver today. Not that bizarre. That Mercedes is, I think, probably the best. It was 141, not 14. Interesting. Okay.
Yellow flag accepted.
They're not holding on to that speed. The lap times are fine. It's just I'm losing a lot of time in sections 2 and 3 versus my own fast lap, which is a bit weird. I wonder if Tobin is the one who gave us all that debris on track. I really need to break away from these tangos, though, if I want to keep my top 10. Everyone else is kind of falling back, and I'm assuming Turcotte will be back at some point. He's super quick here. He's a super quick car. Riccobetti's up at 6th. That's going good for us. Murray's probably in the lead, though. So even with Turcotte falling down the order. No! Paul Riccobetti is in the wall with a scurry! No! Oh no. I'm the top Lexus now. That is not ideal, seeing as I am 100% sitting on a penalty. Tobin still has not served his drive-through. He suddenly is getting a little bit quicker. 54 is kind of becoming the accepted lap time now. Kind of. Slightly randomly. No sign of Dan French at the front today, which is to be expected. He's in a Porsche. Not a good car around here. The only Porsche particularly having a top end run is Super Higgs Matt. just got past Tobin. If I was Tobin, I'd have taken that drive-through really way earlier. Because I think he's been fighting with Hicks. That's only costing him time. But he could have found himself in fresh air. I know that Talksport team that Tobin's with are taking their chances at a team title very seriously. They were very clear about that when they threatened to quit after they had a bad round at Laguna Seca. Only the dropped scores brought them back. Does Tobin not know he has a penalty? He would have to pit this lap, I think, or risk the black flag. Okay, he's in, I think. Yeah. So the gap is closing.
Well done, mate. This is my personal best.
Half second on Taylor that lap. Good. He's carried a lot of speed through Rettifilo. Congratulations to him. Zach Martin is now behind him. Letellier is coming back through. If he catches me, I think I'm going to be pretty damn gentlemanly, having given him a punt.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
I throw myself out of the way, but I'm not really going to fight him. Taylor is all over my ass. I know I made a mistake, but he's doing a really good lap, I think. As well. Losing ground to the top 4, but keeping up with Simmons, at least before this lap, fairly well. Oh, there. I know I have to brake early for Parabolica, but that was still a little sketch. The Lexus does not handle the entry to Parabolica all that well. Simmons had a bad lap too. 55.3. Exceeding expectations on fuel, I think.
Pit window is opening.
Which pit window is open. We'll see who goes in early. It's hard to tell because it's all about where can you find fresh air. Letellier, for example, probably faster than the cars ahead of him. Same with Zach Martin. I think they're both being held up by Taylor.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 2.
Simmons is also bizarrely slow. Jeff Whitworth, always an early pitter. Someday I need to ask him about that. Because, you know, he's kind of become the Max Simmons of the early pit. They do it, and I'm not really ever sure on commentary if I can figure out why. Keeping up with Higgs. Which is not the achievement it normally would be. Higgs's car. Not super fast
Yellow
around
flag,
here.
exactement.
Tellier and Martin are right on Taylor's back. What is up with Max Simmons, though? Is he just cracking under non-existent pressure, or has he hit a curb too hard and is losing pressure in his tires? I know the wets can be a bit fragile at times. Shouldn't be the case here, though. We got decent temperature. It's not like we're doing what sometimes ACC ends up doing. The AM cars in the pit lane. Let's see how Shift Paragalga, Riccobeni's in, as well as CNCO. He's doing 54 floors. I'm catching him at like a second a lap. Does beg the question. Do I fight with him or do I go for the undercut? I feel like, unfortunately, I need to probably go reasonably long to try to play track position. We'll see. Because at the pace he's going, Simmons is not going to be in this fight for a top 10, I don't think. He's in 4th right now, but that's, you know, pit assisted slash some other things like Turcotte and Riccobeni's problems, although judging that Riccobeni has actually fallen off in the lead lap, I think unfortunately his hopes for a good result are maybe done, although a couple of penalties did help him into the top 10 at Imola after a similar problem, so it is not over yet. A lot of yellow flags either. We're doing quite well. Whatever was plaguing Simmons appears to have fixed itself. So it's not Thomas here. A bunch of cars in the pits, including Andrew Burke. Yeah, still slower than me, but back in the low 54s at least. This is, I mean, good and bad. If he fell out of the hunt for a top 10, it would help me out, but at the same time, didn't really want to have to force a pit stop. Looks like Letelier as well as Martin have gone for the undercut on me and Taylor.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Martin's pace is just really puzzling. Because we saw what happened when I ran behind him. Dude's got no straight line speed around Monza. Yet is somehow qualified in the top 10. Is probably running for a top 10 right now, as someone is newcomer Christopher Becco. Or Bico? I don't know. And Higgs are still out. Largely want to run as late as I can for a couple of reasons. One, track position, but two, it gives me the longest period of time to possibly fuck up. Car 106, stop go for speeding in the pit lane. I think that's a talk sport. And if so, that is their second penalty issued by the server. With some free air in front of me. Let's go for another lap. We'll put it at the end of this lap. Northrop rejoining. And indeed, it is a talk sport car. It is Jake Keckley. He's got a stop go of 30 seconds. That helps me out a fair bit because he is a contender for the Silver Cup. I do believe he is incorrectly marked there as an ace driver. I thought I fixed that, but apparently not. Of course, the administrator for this series as well as E-Motorsports. This lap or go for another one? I think we gotta pick this lap. As much as I'd like to lead a lap, I might be putting way too fine a point on it. At the same time, I do have clear air in front of me, so this is a tough call. I do have Taylor, who worries me every time we go into Parabolica as well as Rettifilo. Let's go. If I get very lucky, I might still lead a lap, because I will cross the start-finish line in the pit lane. And with Taylor coming in as well, overshot a little. Nope. Good. No tire changes. Pressure-wise, I should say. Yeah, I got to lead a lap. Awesome. It is in the record books. I led a lap. Seven, six, 5, 4, 3, 2. Power on. Starter on. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
The top 5. Maybe. Depends who's coming down that start-finish straight. Things have not gone well for Felipe. Jumped Simmons. At least briefly. But of course, cold tires. And again, I have a penalty, so this is the unfortunate thing of knowing you're going to self-report yourself, is that there's not a lot of excitement for where you're running. Not a ton, because I know that, like, well, I am very close to Simmons, unless he's got a penalty of his own, which, by the way, actually, very good idea that I pitted there, because the window would have, I think, closed. I don't know, actually. It would have been very close to getting another lap. It would have been immensely close. I think I pitted with, what, 1:57 on the clock? It was under 2 minutes anyways. It would have been a hell of a gamble. So, come out in a good spot. It's just that I don't think Simmons is sitting on a penalty of any kind. Because we've kind of seen him all race, so unless during his undercut he hit someone, you know, I'd have to overtake him and pull 10 seconds. Which, we'll see. If he goes through that random bit where he was running 155s again, that might open up the door. What's he running now? 54s. That's what we'd expect him to run. Looks like everyone got their pit stop in. That's good. Zach Martin up in behind me. Letelier is quite a ways back, so his, I don't know if he elected to maybe fix the car. So probably did do a little bit of damage to his back end. Fuel. Some room to spare. Actually, still not done my original fuel load. So we took 30 in at the pits, and we still got 4 original liters left. Martin is catching. Letelier behind. Taylor has vanished. What happened to him? As much as he was making me a little edgy at Parabolica and Rettifilo, I was still looking forward to fighting with him. Pressures are good. It's always the high range, but perfectly good. Someone's in the pits. That's Tobin. It's a rough day for him. 55 flat for him, 54.5 for me, so we're right back kind of where we were. That's good. Kind of vanished in my rear view. I leg him on the straights, but he comes back in the braking zones. Felipe up ahead. Hernan having not a great debut. He was really, really solid in practice and qualifying, so this is let's break a little late. Time gained. Nice safe rejoin. So many people try to rejoin at the apex of that turn, and it only leads to bad things. So that's a strict no-no. Last quarter race distance. Probably means I have a bit too much fuel, but that's what it is. Finish with over 10 liters, probably. But, it depends. We'll get an extra lap and we'll be fine. If not, a little way down. Oh, Taylor's still in the pit lane. What's wrong, Guillermo? It's been a rough season for Guillermo and the entire Tango crew. hasn't proved much of a problem. Of course, again, 10-second penalty will put me behind Martin and Letelier. So, unfortunately, back to 8th place. I don't think I'm going to, in the time remaining, be able to get clear of anyone. I mean, maybe Letelier, but he should be faster than me, so that seems unlikely. I'm largely closing me down. Should come out. Should still be ahead of the Sudas. By the way, shout out to Andres if he watches this. A top 10 from a bronze driver in a Porsche at Monza. Most impressive. Let's be honest here, Zach. You don't have a run-up.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
That's a big mistake. Still got a decent lap out. In all seriousness, though, Felipe should have let us through 225 drive-through. Track limits. I don't know who that is. Probably not anyone related to us.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Just gets past Felipe. Or Philippi, I should say. Super late braking Lesmos. I don't know what was going on there. The drive-throughs for a bronze car. I can tell that much, but that's it. It's whoever is currently running ahead of Higgs on track. So that's not gonna affect our result. My result, I should say. Despite giving myself a heart attack at Lesmos, this is actually not a terrible lap. Simmons. Tell you he's getting closer, not farther, so he's going to get me on the penalty. One Borhi is the drive-through. Problem is, I think I'm the only one from Tech 1 having anything remotely resembling a good day. Don't know where Rick and Benny is, but I see that David James is 27th out of 27. So, we have lost 2 cars. Which is a little rude given the problems that leaving the server can cause. Or the problem with custom cars, though. So this is one of the few times where I feel like screaming to Martin, I have a penalty. Thing is, I don't want to let him pass. That would be unfair to Simmons, is basically what I'm saying. But
Car on the left.
he's up the inside. Oh, come on. I was trying to let you through. That was rough. I'll have to look at that on replay. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I opened the inside door for him because it looked like he was going for it hard. Like, very, very hard. And I didn't want to have to deal with that. But I tell he was doing 54 threes, by the way.
So
Dave James, I think. Unfortunately, just continuing his quite bad day. This is a shame because this is, I think, really the last good track for Lexus this season. I think we go to Silverstone, Nürburgring, maybe Spa after this, and not that the Lexus will be weak there, but it is not going to be strong there. Teller is within my penalty range, and so is Martin. I don't know about anyone else. I was pretty clear for a while. Slow. Is Jake Keckley, I think. Who himself is having a pretty subpar day. I might still get the win, silver-wise, though. I think I'm the top silver. And Tellier and Martin are not silvers. So unless 9th or 10th place is a silver, it's particularly close to me, I'm not going to fight Letelier because, one, I punted him, two, I'm not going to clear him by 10 seconds. Martin I might fight if he comes up on me, because there is a better than even money chance I might report him for that Ascari move. Because unless the replay shows me something surprising, I feel like that was some bad driving. So if I can stay ahead of him and we get offsetting penalties, we'll be good to go. Tellier is going for it.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
Left him room, he didn't really commit. One more lap to go. That's probably the one problem he's finding, is that the Lexus is very fast in a straight line. So when you pull out of my draft, you find that overtaking me is surprisingly difficult.
Gaining on the car, heading sector one.
Can't really tell because there's no stuff up.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That was as open as I could leave that door. Although it cost me time. I still don't see who's in 9th place though. So like it cost me time to Taylor or to Martin, who penalty-less is going to beat me anyways. And if he gets a penalty, and it's a match penalty, it doesn't really matter. So I think either way, probably looking at an 8th place finish. But if Martin comes for me, I am going to defend. And I do have raw straight line speed to do it with. So we got Ascari Parabolica one more time. Leader finished the race. I think it was William Murrah who took the win. I'll be very surprised if it's not a... I'd be very surprised if it's not a Mercedes. Alright. Let's focus on getting Parabolica right, because he will outbrake me. Need a good exit.
Good job.
Alright, well,
Easy lead lap.
best case scenario, 7th place. Worst case scenario, looks like 8th. Because I still don't see who's in 9th place. Safety rating still 96. That's good. Take a chill. You know what? The body's also getting better. These races are not leaving me nearly as sore. So the DBS is clearing up nicely. That's good. That's good. Rick and Benny got 17th. Looks like. He's not finished yet, but he's got no one behind him. And the only person ahead of him to overtake is Becca, who's a lap down. So. Yeah, it looks like I have enough. I have the penalty gap back to Lasudis and Adamian, so it'll be a top 10. Good race, guys.
Good race.
I'll be getting myself a penalty for punting somebody. Unfortunate. Might not cost me a spot, but it might cost me a spot. We'll see. Just because Martin gave me a bit of a punt as well, so I might be able to get him a match penalty.
Somebody spun out in the second chicane. I saw him at the last second. I know I cold clock his nose.
So who was the one that just plowed through the bollards in
I have a suspicion, although it's just based on who got a penalty for track cut violation as opposed to any
right?
visual evidence.
Oh yeah. Who picked up one of those?
Tobin.
Oh, saw somebody else that actually blew through it and picked up 2 spots.
Well, report it, and
Yep.
And,
That was lap
yeah,
5,
that would be not allowed. That'll be an automatic tier 2.
right? Or at least 1 spot. So, but way out in front.
Oh, I second Matt Higgs.
Picked up
by the
like
way.
2 seconds on it.
I
you know?
second Higgs there, Andres. A top 10 as a bronze driver in a Porsche at Monza. Beautiful racer.
Yeah, well done, man. You threw me off a couple of
Fantastic.
times with your braking points, though.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Sorry, David. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
nice
give
job,
it a hit
man.
in the second lap, I think. But yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna go review my replay and see if I'm gonna report Zach or not.
Yeah, we were in our channel, man. He was like, "Oh shit!"
I was letting him by too. That was why.
Oh,
That's
really?
what makes it even worse. I left the door open for him because I wasn't really racing him. 'Cause I have a 10-second penalty. Like I know.
Oh,
like
got it right.
I 100%.
He hadn't mentioned
punted
it. He
Marcelo.
probably just didn't expect it. He was just like, "Ah, shit."
Well, no, but I don't. But I was.
But I hear you.
I was leaving the door open because I saw him going for it, and I'm like, you know what?
Oh,
we're not
yeah.
gonna force this.
And then you still had contact. So.
Yeah, it's like we're not gonna force this. I'm gonna
Right.
leave him all the room in the world, and then bam, and I mean the replay may clear him. I don't know. I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
But
right.
But I was
Big.
saying on my recording, I'm like, well, suddenly I'm fighting Zach because we both are probably sitting on penalties.
Right.
Jake, would you
what
happen
he
to
was
have
saying too.
would you happen to have a replay that covers like the first 4 laps? Mine only started lap 5.
Green light.
I'm going to my replay right now. I think I've got it.
Oops, I forgot to hit M.
Well, it's only a 40-minute race. It's not
Yeah,
mine
but
captured,
the
mine
session
captured
just ended,
35 minutes,
so-
29 seconds.
I don't think I have my auto on.
Oh. Well,
I might.
if
I don't know.
anyone-
Maybe
if
for
any-
races I do.
if
I don't have it on
anyone-
for anything
If
else.
anyone needs it, I will upload it.
No,
I
I
don't
don't.
do
Yeah.
it by default, but if anybody wants something looked at, obviously. it
Well,
can be
Jake,
done.
after I mean, I feel so bad if it actually happened, but I suspect there was a netcode issue there when I freaking wreckfested you, because like I mean maybe the Lexus front is just bigger than I remember, but like I could have swore I left you a ton of room. If it is the case, I'm so sorry, man.
I just watched it. I don't I don't think there's any netcode. I think you just
All right.
miscoded.
He's
But
already-
like I
he's
said in the
already
chat,
behind
I didn't really have much practice in this dark rain at Monza. I wasn't taking it too seriously, so don't feel too bad.
Alright, so here we go down the
Okay.
inside of
Well, that's a
Martin.
bummer. I guess I'll just
There's
have
not gonna
to
be
keep a
anything that clears me
wider
out.
berth than I
Nope.
thought.
I even kind
Yeah,
of
we had some fun there battling at the end once we reconnected anyway,
Where
so
did
it
I
was good.
break?
Yeah, we
That's
happened to
the
find
right
ourselves a
question.
couple of times, didn't we? At the beginning, right there in the middle, and
Where
then
did I
at the
break?
end.
I think we took turns
I
spinning
broke in
ourselves in
time,
between
but,
each time that we found each
it's-
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
So like,
it's
how
still-
does
It's still no good.
I mean,
It's still no
again,
good.
maybe it's a placebo thing, but like, I
hate
swear there were a couple of times, like when I spun in the first
so there's the
chicane,
pit
I swear that
stop.
the traction control just didn't work. My revs went straight to 7,000. I was like,
Where
oh, okay.
is
Let me see if I can
Letelier
find that,
ahead of
because that was really weird.
me?
Setting.
Maybe here?
What's that?
What traction setting were you on?
Let's go
I was on
there.
2.
Let's go
Yeah, I
there.
was getting myself in. I heard Paul say that when we were in qualifying or whatever, so I gradually worked myself down to 2, got myself in some trouble, and went back. I was 3 most.
I was
I
the
was
top
mostly
Lexus,
4
and
for the
I
race.
ran 4 for the race. It's
Yeah, 4
it's
4 seemed pretty
It's
consistent
mostly if you guys ran the low ECU that cost you time.
on map 1.
Oh, okay. If you ran map 1, you're fine. I just know.
Yeah,
Paul
I
gave,
was map 1 TC2.
Paul gave me a setup, and he's like, "Yeah, run ECU 4." I'm like, "No."
That was the default wet setup. I had no idea about the ECU.
Yeah, ECU defaults to something crazy like 4. I was
happened
like,
here?
what? I don't even know what these numbers mean. But that's why I asked at the beginning.
Well,
I thought the car felt slow, but I
is
didn't know.
That is the wet ECU. It's just
It's not needed.
It's just not. Yeah, they
I don't get what the point is. If we got traction control, what's the point of a wet ECU?
Well, no, they do it in real life because it helps you out of like low speed corners. But it's like, one, it's not really needed at Monza, kind of even in real life, and 2, I think the wet ECU. I think frankly the dry ECUs give too much grip. This is kind of one of those not super realistic things.
Oh, okay, I see.
Kind of like when the Porsche could run party mode for an entire race. And it was like, this is not really actually what it should be doing, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm watching now. There's just a couple of times I'm coming out of turn 2 there, and it just revs.
He
I
is
mean, I am in
absolutely
first gear, but the
sending it,
revs just go straight
and
to
he
7,000,
just,
and I spin, of course.
kind of just
It was
forces me
affecting
off
that.
the track, honestly. I'm a little.
Wonder what's up with that.
That's gonna be a penalty, I think.
Yeah, there
'Cause,
was. I
For the rest
spun
of
once.
for the rest of the lap, it was fine. Like I had no problem with Lesbo or
There we go.
or friggin' Scary or anything. Like I thought I was gonna struggle there, but no, it was turn 1.
So I'm gonna go apologize to.
Yeah, and we were
Marcelo.
battling at the end there. I could tell you were pulling
And
away from me on
I'm gonna
corner
mute
exits,
Discord.
but
Hope you guys enjoyed the action. Again, sorry for the sloppy driving there that got me the penalty. Obviously, I feel bad about that. I'm going to take the penalty. It was bad for the recording, but it happens. Hopefully Marcelo's cool with it. I'm trying to look at the camera. Hopefully Marcelo's cool with it. And he's back again because he's a good driver, I think. And where are we off to next? Well, in the wet, you're always going to have a little bit of unpredictability in the braking zone. Like when I hit Marcelo, I was braking at my normal point. Like I'm not late braking, but it didn't slow down enough. Probably because I was overtaking another car. I was going down the inside to set up a turn 1 overtake, and obviously probably different section of the track, not quite as grippy. So I went in too hard. I was talking to Cole there, because he had a break question. Yeah, Nürburgring's next. I think it'll be okay. I'm not great there, but the season's been pretty decent actually so far. Outside of unfortunately one of the tracks I'm good at, which is Kalami, where I was like 19th, but this is a third top 10, and doing pretty well. So we'll see you at Nürburgring. I don't think I have any onboards between then, and there will be an update. There will be a Kodiak baseball game uploaded this week as well. Game 5, the deciding game of the first playoff series, or possible deciding game. Kind of spoiled it there.